Hi guys, welcome to my class. My name is Liz O'Donnell. Lovely to have you all virtually with me. This is a mixed level class, so I will give variations and modifications throughout the class to suit your needs. So if you're at a level 1, level 2, take it at your pace today, and I will give all different examples. So yeah, let's just get going. Let's heat up together. What I'll get you to do first is stand, basically like I'm standing, in the center of your mat, okay, facing me. My feet are going to be hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Arms are down by your sides, shoulders nice and heavy, your collarbones are wide. Even allow yourself just to close your eyes here for a moment, and let's just focus on our breath. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, just allow those shoulders to fall away from the ears, allow the collarbones to broaden. Inhale again. Exhaling, allowing the arms to feel nice and heavy as the shoulders just drop and feel as though you're creating more length up along the back of the neck. Inhale here. And now as we exhale this time, we're slowly, if you want to open those eyes again, go for it. Slowly start to drop those hands down towards the floor, relaxing the back of the neck, allowing the head to feel heavy as you go down. Now don't worry if the first one feels a little bit achy or niggly, it's your first movement. Take an inhale down here, exhale, push up through those toes, start to restack bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, all the way back up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, dropping all the way back down again, allowing those hands to fall forwards. Now, have you noticed, have your abdominals started just to collapse here? Can you draw the belly button back towards the spine ever so slightly? Exhale, pushing up through those toes, pushing the pubic bone forwards as you lift, restacking. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, dropping all the way back down. Bring the weight ever so slightly forwards into the balls of your feet as you go down, so you'll get a deeper stretch into the back line of the body. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, pushing back up. Push the pubic bone forwards as you restack bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, all the way back up. And just final time, take an inhale. Exhale slowly, dropping all the way back down again, bringing that weight forwards into the toes. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pushing up through those toes. Start to restack bone by bone, and this time, lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders away from the ears ever so slightly, and allow your left hand to drop down towards the floor as you lengthen your right up and overhead, opening up into that rib cage. Come all the way back through center, drop the right hand down as you reach the left up and over, opening up the opposite side. Come all the way back to center, then drop those hands back down by your sides. From here, you're going to look over towards the right hand side, and can you draw your left shoulder ever so slightly back? Exhale, pull back through center, looking over towards the left hand side, draw the right shoulder slightly back. Exhale, pull it all the way back. 1 more time, either side, going over. Make sure that pelvis is staying really nice and steady. Exhale, pull it back through center, looking over towards the left hand side, drawing the right shoulder back. Exhale, back. Holding here. From here, allow your right ear to drop down towards the shoulder, and perhaps use that right arm to encourage that stretch just a little bit more, reaching the left fingertips to the floor. Exhale, pull it all the way back, drop the right hand down, allowing the left ear to drop down to the left shoulder, reaching the right fingertips down. Exhale, pull it all the way back. Arms are going to be down by your side, feet still hip width apart. When you're ready, send those arms forward as you feel as though you're sitting back into an imaginary chair behind you. Exhale, push back up through those heels, restack. Dropping down, sitting into an imaginary chair. Can you broaden your collarbones wide? Exhale, push back up through those heels. Again, dropping down, collarbones wide. Make sure you're not allowing those abdominals to collapse. Exhale, lift back up. And 1 more time, dropping down here. Exhale, lifting back up. When you're ready this time, as you send those hands up, can you lift up onto the balls of your feet? Slowly drop down. Lifting up and onto the balls of your feet, I can hear those little aches and cracks in my feet. All it is little air bubbles popping. Drop back down, and 1 more time here, lifting up. and drop back down. Leaving the heels on the floor, again, drop down into that squat position, hold. Broaden your collarbones more, sink a little bit lower down into it. Can you pull the shoulders back? I can feel my back muscles are engaged now. From here, lift your right arm up in line with your right ear. Drop it down. Lift the left arm up in line with the left ear. Drop it down. Right arm lifts. Drop it down. Left arm lifts. Drop it down, hold. Interlace your fingers, sink down a little bit lower. Bring the weight into your left leg. When you're ready, we're going to step the right leg out. In, out, in, sink lower into that left hand side. Again, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back in, transfer the weight into both those legs, sink down lower, lengthen your arms long, draw the shoulders back again. From here, lift up both your arms, drop them down. Don't worry, they probably won't go up all the way in line with the ears, but try. 2 more, lift them up, drop them down. 1 more, lift them up, drop them down. Interlace those fingers, collarbones wide, transfer the weight into the right leg. From here, left leg out. In, out, in again, out, in, going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back in, sink lower, lower. More space across the chest, reach your hands forwards, palms facing each other, draw the collarbones back. From here, lift up both those arms, hold. Tiny pulses up towards the ceiling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step all the way back up. Amazing. Bring your feet now nice and wide, so go a lot wider with those feet. Pointing your toes outwards, your heels inwards, lifting up nice and tall. From here, bring your hands into a prayer position. Okay, praying this exercise won't be too hard. Drop down into a squat. Send your knees outwards now, sink down a little bit lower, more space across the chest. When you're ready, we're going to twist our left elbow over towards our right knee. Now come into center, pause, sink down lower. Right elbow, left knee, to center. Elbow to knee, to center. Elbow to knee, to center. 2 more, elbow to knee, center. 1 more, elbow to knee, center. Now hold, sink lower, lower. Interlace the fingers, lift the right heel off from the floor. Now can you slowly drop that heel down? I'm shaking. Left heel up. Slowly control it down. Right heel. Control it down. Left heel. Control it down. I want to see those shakes. If you're not, you need to slow it down. 1 more. Drop it down. Sink your sit bones lower. Send those knees out wider. Lift up both those heels. Again, slowly drop them down. Lift them up. Slowly drop them down. 2 more. Lift up. Slowly down. 1 more. Now lift up both those heels. Hold. Drop your bum lower. Pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those heels down. Sink lower. Pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up those heels. Pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time. Drop them down. Lower. Lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift all the way up. Amazing. Okay, stand to the back of your mat. I think we deserve a stretch after that exercise. So standing at your back, just take an inhale. Exhale slowly, dropping all the way down with those hands. Just walk out them when you're ready, that you drop your knees down, your hands down, you're in your all fours position. So, my wrists are ever so slightly in front of my shoulders. Hopefully, my knees are in line with my hip bones. Now, can you feel like you're pulling your mat apart with both your hands? When you're ready, on your exhale, slowly start to send that belly button up towards the ceiling as you're curling up and into a ball. Now imagine I have a string attached to your belly button. Drop it down towards the floor, lift the eye line up, and feel as though you're pulling the mat with both your hands. Exhale, curling here, rounding through the spine, curling up. Slowly dropping the belly button down, lifting the eye line up, collarbones wide. And 1 more, exhale, curling here, rounding through the spine. And slowly dropping the belly button down, lifting the eye line up, pulling that mat apart. Come to the front of your mat when you're ready, so make sure you have loads of space behind you. When you're ready, lengthen your left leg back. Push through that heel, feel the strength, the power you have through that leg. And from here, my right hand, I'm going to drop my right hand underneath my left. Then I'm going to twist around, look up towards the ceiling, follow that arm with your eye line. Slowly drop it down, dropping that hand underneath. Twisting around, looking up towards the ceiling, follow with your eye line. 2 more, dropping down underneath, looking up towards the ceiling. And 1 more, dropping down, looking up towards the ceiling. From here, dropping that right hand back down onto the floor. When you're ready, puff the chest away, pull the mat apart now with both your hands, lift up your right leg to hover. Now lengthen your right leg long. My toes are pointed. I'm going to drop my toes to touch the floor, lift them up. Drop them down, lift them up. Going for 4. And lift. For 3. Lift. 2. 1 more. Drop that down now. Curl your right toes down that the leg is dropped, and now just drop the left knee to the floor. So my right foot is back behind me. My left knee is on the floor. Make sure the weight is even through the hands. And again, pull that mat apart with both your hands. From here, allow the left hand to drop down underneath the right. Slowly then follow with your eye line. Bring that hand up towards the ceiling. Again, drop it down underneath. Slowly looking all the way up, looking up towards the ceiling. 2 more, dropping down. Looking up. And 1 more, dropping down. Looking up. From here, drop that left hand down onto the floor. Holding here again, puff the chest away. Push the right heel back slightly. And when you're ready, lift up your left knee, hover. Lengthen the leg away. From here, puff that chest higher. Drop the left toes to touch the floor. Lift them up. Drop them down. Lift them up. 2 more. Lower. Lift. 1 more. Lower. Lift. Curl those toes underneath. Hold. Send your bum up towards the ceiling as you drop your heels to the floor, and you'll get that lovely stretch into the back line of the body. Coming all the way forwards, drop those knees back down onto the floor. When you're ready, place your hands over to the right hand side. My knees are down, they're even, and I'm similar to one of the first exercises we did. We're going to do a bit of a stretch here. When you're ready, on your exhale, curl that pubic bone towards your nose as you send your belly button up towards the ceiling. Now slowly drop the belly button down, lift the eye line up, collarbones wide. Can you hold here and send your bum back towards your heels? Now round through the spine, curl, 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 come all the way back to center. Drop the belly button down, lift the eye line up, send your bum back towards your heels. Round through the spine, come all the way back to center. Walk through the center of the mat, going over to the opposite side. Both those hands are over. Again, same thing. Exhale, round through the spine, curl into a ball. Slowly drop the belly button down, lift the eye line up, send your bum back towards your heels. You've got a stretch underneath that armpit, hopefully. Round through the spine again, curl, 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 all the way up. Drop the belly button down, lift the eye line up, send your bum back towards your heels, and one final time, rounding, rounding, rounding all the way back. Come back into center now with both those hands, wrists slightly in front. From here, lengthen your left leg back behind you. Your right arm out in front. Don't go really high with that leg. Imagine I have 2 light bulbs where your hip bones are. Those 2 lights are pointing parallel down. Right arm out in front of you. From here, bend your right elbow towards your left knee and lengthen away. Elbow to knee and lengthen. Elbow to knee, lengthen. If you can drop the eye line down, amazing, to challenge your balance just a little bit more. Going for 2 more and back. 1 more. And back, drop those hands down. Even through your hands, even through those knees again. From here, send the left arm out, right leg back. Here we go. Elbow to knee. Lengthen again. And lengthen. For 4. For 3. 2. 1 more. And dropping back down. Can you now send your knees ever so slightly behind your hip bones so they're slightly back? Now allow your pubic bone to drop forwards, lift your chest up. So essentially I'm in a ski slope here. I'm even going to send my hands just a little bit further forwards and now lift up through that chest. Can you lift up your shin bones off the floor and cross your legs over? Now make sure you're not just allowing yourselves to hang into it. Draw the belly button back towards the spine slightly. Keep your elbows really tight. We're going to count down for 4. So slowly drop down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift. Let's do that again. Slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Final time. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uncross those legs. Send your bum back. Give yourselves that stretch. Coming all the way forwards then when you're ready and lie down and onto the floor. Place one hand on top of the other, so one palm on top of the other, and drop your forehead down and onto your hands. Now imagine I have an ice cube of water underneath your belly button. Can you lift your belly button slightly away from the floor? Can you drop your shoulders away from those ears? So slide those shoulder blades down the spine. When you're ready, on your inhale, with your head glued to your hands, you're going to inhale, lift up your head up and off from the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. As you lift up, can you broaden your collarbones just a little bit more? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Okay, let's add a little bit more to this. Slide those shoulders away from those ears again. Okay, from here, inhale, lift up the head up and off from the floor. Now, as you exhale to lower, lift your legs up. As you drop your legs down, lift your head up. Head lowers, legs lift. So it's like a seesaw. Head lifts, legs lower. Legs lift, head lowers. 2 more. 1 more. And relax all the way down. Well done. Bring the hands to the side of the ribcage. Lift all the way up. Send your bum back towards your heels. Come all the way forwards one final time. Wrists slightly in front of shoulders, knees stacked directly under your hips. From here, lengthen your left leg long behind you. Again, don't go really high with that leg. Pull the mat apart with your hands. Feel like you're going to pull it apart. Puff the chest a little higher. Now slowly start to bend into those elbows as you drop the chest down. Exhale, lift up. We're going for 4. Slowly drop the chest down. Exhale, lift up. Again. Exhale, lift. 2 more. And lift. 1 more. And lift, drop all the way down. If you're getting tired, perhaps you can leave down both those knees like what we did a while ago, okay? Lengthen your right leg back behind you. Pull the mat apart again. From here, slowly drop the chest down. Exhale, lift. Again. Exhale, lift. Just 2 more. And lift. 1 more. And lift. Drop those knees down. Send your bum back towards your heels. Amazing. And come all the way forwards. Okay, we're going to swing those legs around them. When you're ready, they're going to come to the front of your mat. Your feet are going to be hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Arms are going to hold onto the backs of your thighs, and you're going to lift up nice and tall. Actually, use those bicep muscles, your arms, to help you lift up and sit up tall. Take an inhale. Exhale, can you just round through the spine here as you curl the pubic bone towards your nose, you're just rounding back. Exhale, then lifting up, sitting up really nice and tall. Again, dropping down, rounding through the spine here, curling the pubic bone towards your nose. Exhale, lifting up, sitting tall. 2 more, just dropping down, rounding. Exhale, lifting up. And 1 more, dropping down, rounding. Exhale, lifting up. Place your hands onto the tops of the knees, then when you're ready, slowly drop down to a place where you can hold that hopefully your fingertips will come to the tops of your knees. Can you slowly drop down more that you're sliding your fingertips down the thighs? Exhale, lift up that the fingertips just come to the back, to the fronts of the knees again. Slowly dropping down. Exhale, lifting up. 2 more, slowly dropping down. Exhale, lifting up. 1 more, slowly dropping down. Exhale, lift all the way up. Lengthen your hands up towards the ceiling. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming then all the way back down and onto the floor, bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Dropping your hands down by your sides. Your shoulders are nice and heavy. Collarbones are wide. Those feet are going to be hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, just slowly curl that pubic bone back towards your nose as you feel as though you're imprinting your spine down into the floor. And then roll your pelvis forward for a little bit of release. Roll your pelvis back, shortening the space in the front of the tummy. Ribs slide down towards the hips. Roll the pelvis forward for a little bit of release. Okay, from here, slowly start to roll that pelvis back, imprinting the spine. Start to lift up your bum, lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way up and off from the floor. Can you draw those knees a little bit closer together? Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly coming all the way back down, bone by bone, vertebra by vertebrae. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, start to curl that pubic bone back towards your nose, pushing up through those feet, pushing up, draw those knees closer. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly coming all the way back down, bone by bone. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, round through the spine, lifting all the way up, drawing those knees closer. Inhale, exhale, slowly come all the way down. Lengthen your arms up and overhead now that they're back behind you. But make sure your rib cage isn't flaring here. Slide those ribs down towards your hip bones slightly. So in doing that, my arms are going to lift off the floor. When you're ready, on your exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders that you come up and into flexion, looking through both of those legs. Now keep your head lifted. Can you lengthen those arms up in line with the ears and then relax all the way back down. Exhale, lifting up. Arms float up in line with the ears, relaxing all the way down. 2 more. Exhale, lifting up, collarbones wide. Arms up in line with the ears, relaxing down. 1 more here. Exhale, lifting up. Arms float up in line with the ears and relaxing all the way back down. Grab onto the back of your right thigh, lengthen your left leg forwards, and then use that leg to help you lift all the way up. Bend into your legs again, hold onto the backs of your thighs, lifting up nice and tall. Now slowly, just roll off those sit bones ever so slightly. From here, hover your legs up and off from the floor. When you're ready, we're going to roll back into that C curve that you've 2 straight arms, then use your arms to help you. Exhale, lift back up. Slowly rolling back that you've 2 straight arms. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Now let go with your left arm. Slowly rocking back, lovely long arm on the right. Exhale, lift back up. 1 more, rocking back. Exhale, lifting up. Let go with that right hand. Bring the left hand behind the knee. Draw that shoulder back. Slowly rocking back. Exhale, lifting up. Again, rolling back. Exhale, lift. And just 1 more time here. Rolling back. Exhale, lifting all the way up and hold. Let go with both your hands. Bring those knees a little closer together. And can you lift your shin bones up a little higher? Rolling slightly back. Exhale, lifting up. Rolling back, try and keep your legs steady. Exhale, lift. 2 more, rolling back. Exhale, lift. 1 more, rolling back. Exhale, lift. Slowly drop those feet down and onto the floor. Place your hands in front of you that they're hovering over your knees, okay? I'm still back down in my C curve. Now lift your right knee up to touch the right hand. Lift the left heel off the floor. When you're ready, exhale, swap. And swap, and swap, again, for 4, for 3, for 2. One more. Drop both those legs down. Bring your hands to the sides of those hip bones, and now slowly bend into those elbows. As you drop your forearms down, your legs will lift. Now push through the backs of the arms. Oh, there we go. To lift all the way up. Slowly dropping all the way down. Drop the forearms down to lift the legs up. Exhale, then lifting back. Again, 2 more, slowly dropping down. Make sure you use the backs of the arms, unlike me for the first one. Exhale, lift all the way up. And one more time here, dropping down, slowly coming down. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Bring your arms further behind you now. Go a good bit further back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slowly just curl the pubic bone towards your nose as you're going to lift up and off from the floor. Now, can you draw the shoulders back here? From here, slowly drop your bum down slightly, so drop it down. Pulling those shoulders back, you're going to bend into those elbows. Then exhale, lift. Bend into the elbows. Exhale, lift. We're going for 3. Bend into the elbows. Exhale, lift. 2 more, bend. Exhale, lift. 1 more, bend. Exhale, lift. Now slowly start to lengthen your legs and send your bum back. Bring the arms all the way around then to relax down towards the feet. And lift back up. Bring your legs forwards to the front of the mat, and then slowly dropping all the way back down onto the floor. Adjust leggings if they need to, and then send your arms back behind you. Can you slowly drop your rib cage down into the floor? We're going to do 2 roll-up preps, so we're going to prep first. My palms facing towards each other. I want you just to inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades as you're looking down towards those legs. Exhale, relaxing all the way back. Again, inhale, tips the shoulder blades looking down towards those legs. Exhale, relaxing all the way back. Now, feeling up to it, the next time as we lift, you're going to send those arms forward. So on our exhale, if you're just not there today, hold onto the backs of your thighs to help you lift. Here we go. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades. Now hold the thighs if you need to. Exhale, lifting all the way up, pulling yourselves up. Reach the fingertips towards the toes. Slowly then, space across the chest. Control, control, control. As you drop all the way back, send those arms back behind you. Here we go. Inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up, lengthening those arms forwards towards the toes. Slowly, more space across the chest, even more. Dropping all the way back down, bone by bone. Send the arms back one final time. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up, reaching the fingertips towards the toes. Slowly, 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 coming all the way down. Adjust yourselves if you've gone for a little bit of a slide on your mat. And then when you're ready, hold onto the back of your right thigh. Allow your shoulders to feel nice and heavy. Take an inhale. Exhale, just lift up the head, neck, and shoulders so you're up and in flexion. Now drop the shoulders away from the ears slightly. Walk up that leg. So lengthen your leg up towards the ceiling and then walk up that leg. Can you slowly just drop the shoulders away from those ears? Okay, we're going to pull that leg towards you for 1, 2, and swap. And swap. And swap. And swap. Again, bottom leg to the floor. And swap. 2 more. And swap. 1 more. Now hold. Can you slowly bring those arms all the way around? Find the back of your head. Lift your chin up ever so slightly. From here, twist your left elbow over towards your right knee. You're going to pull that leg towards you. 1, 2, and swap. And swap. Bottom leg to the floor. And swap. 2 more. And swap. 1 more. Slowly come back into center, bend into both of those knees. Take your hands out from behind the head, find the backs of your thighs, lift up a little bit higher. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, place your hands on top of your knees. From here, you're going to inhale, lengthen your arms and legs away. Can the fingertips touch? Exhale, bring those hands around, find the knees. If your head is at you, drop it down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale around. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale around. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale around and slowly relaxing all the way back down. Gorgeous. Let's do a little bit of a variation here with our roll up. Send those arms back behind you. Allow the shoulders to feel nice and heavy. Collarbones are wide again. Okay, from here you inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades as you're looking down towards your legs. Now exhale, start to lift up. Can you start to interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind the head and drop the chest down. From here, spring up that you're sitting up really nice and tall. Now imagine your back is flat. From here we're going to hinge, hinge, hinge. When you feel, okay, I can't go back any further, take your hands out from behind the head, start to round through the spine as you slowly drop all the way back down. Let's do that again. You inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades. You exhale, lift up, interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind the head, dropping the chest down to the fronts of the thighs. Lifting up nice and tall, feeling a space across the chest. Slowly hinge back. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Can't go further. Take the hands out slowly, slowly, slowly. Drop all the way down. Now leave your arms up and overhead. Bend into your right leg, bend into your left leg, that your feet are down and on the floor. From here, if there's any issues going on with your shoulders, guys, drop your hands down. This one can get a little bit intense, okay? Take an inhale. Exhale, curl that pubic bone back towards your nose. Start to lift up your bum, lower back, middle back, upper back, up and off from the floor. From here, feel like you're pulling your heels closer towards those sit bones. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly coming all the way back down, bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra. Roll the pelvis forward. Roll the pelvis back, peeling all the way up, lifting up, pushing through the backs of those shoulders, drawing those knees closer. Inhale, then exhale, slowly come all the way down. Lengthen your arms up towards the ceiling, that they're in line with your shoulders, but drop the shoulders into the floor, so make sure you're not lifting. Have you noticed, is your rib cage still flaring? Slide those ribs down towards the hip bones slightly. Now lift your right leg into tabletop. From here, lift your left heel, just the heel, up and off from the floor. When you're ready, on your exhale, we're going to swap those legs. Exhale, swap. Now I'm keeping the angle behind my knee the same throughout. I'm sending the front of my thigh bone forwards. And swap. If you're arching into your back, I want you to drop that belly button back towards the spine slightly. Going for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Lift the right leg up and into tabletop position. Hold. Allow everything to drop back into the floor and lift the left leg up also. Connect your knees, connect your feet. Slowly hinge from both those hips to drop your legs down. Exhale, lift them both back up. Slowly hinge from both those hips, drop the legs down. Exhale, lift them back up. One more, slowly drop them down. Exhale, lifting up. And final time, drop down. Exhale, lift them up. Place your hands on top of your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're up in inflection. Lift up a little higher and drop the shoulders away from those ears. Bring the arms all the way around. Find the back of the head. Lengthen your left leg forwards. Okay, we're going to twist. You're going to twist your left elbow over towards your right knee. And swap, elbow to knee. And swap, elbow to knee. Again, keeping the width between your elbows the same throughout. Going for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back into center. Hold. Bend into both your knees. Lift the chin up slightly. Can you lengthen both your legs? Slowly drop those legs down 2 centimeters. Exhale, lift them up. Slowly drop them down. Exhale, lift them up. 2 more. Drop them down. Exhale, lift. 1 more. Drop them down. Exhale, lift. Bend into both your knees and come all the way back down. Amazing. Leave your arms behind your head. Allow both your knees to go over towards the right hand side as your eye line slowly goes to the left slightly. Allow the left elbow to drop down towards the floor. Exhale, pull it all the way back through center. Allow both those knees to go over towards the left hand side as the eye line goes to the right. and then bring it all the way back to center. When you're ready, we're going to roll over onto our right hand side. So rolling over, bring your right hand up towards the ceiling, palm facing up. Bend into both your knees, that your knees are in line with your hip bones. Dropping your head down when you're ready, and can you lengthen your left arm up towards the ceiling? Give those fingertips a little wiggle so you can make sure you can see them in the corners of your eyes, and from here lengthen your left leg long. Now I want that hip bone, that left hip bone, to stay ever so slightly forwards. Allow your foot now to be floppy. Allow it to drop floppy. When you're ready, tiny, you're going to drop the leg down, lift it up. Drop it down, lift it up. Keeping that left hip bone ever so slightly forwards throughout. Again. Did this exercise yesterday. I'm feeling it today. Again. Going for 4. For 3. 2. 1 more. Now lift that leg up, hold. Foot is still floppy. Tiny pulses here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg. Now keep it a little higher. Kick that leg forwards. Drop it down, lift it up, draw it back. Forwards, down, up and back. Again, forwards, down, up and back. 2 more. Forwards, down, up and back. 1 more. Forwards, down, up and back. Now when you're ready, kick that leg forwards. Hold, foot floppy, pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw that leg back. Lift it up a little higher. Tiny circles. Really, really getting into that hip socket. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold opposite direction. There's always another direction. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg. Pulses. Final time, I promise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down, smack it out. I'm sure it needs it. Place your left arm in front of you now. Draw the left shoulder ever so slightly back. Let's just open up our chest while we're here. You're going to inhale, lift that arm up in line with the shoulder. Exhale, slowly twist all the way around, following that arm with your eye line. Take an inhale back there. Exhale, twisting all the way back around, dropping that hand to the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, twisting all the way back, following that arm with your eye line. Inhale back there. Exhale, twist all the way around. Using your left arm, help yourselves come all the way up. My right palm is going to be facing away from me, and I'm going to lengthen both my legs out long. Now, option, guys, a few here. Bend into those knees if you want to. Come up and onto your left knee like so, or lengthen the legs long to go long like myself. If you've issues with your wrist going on, drop down onto the forearm, okay? So go for that. So when you're ready, make sure your rib cage isn't just sinking here. You're lifting your rib cage up and away from the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, then when you're ready, lifting up and into that side plank, pushing the pubic bone ever so slightly forwards. From here, can you lift your left arm up and overhead? So similar if you're down on the knees. And then come all the way back to center. Lifting that left arm up and overhead. And then coming all the way back. Now, can you slowly drop down to hover off the floor? Lifting all the way up, coming up to hover, up and over. 1 more time, slowly dropping down and lifting up and over. And now from here, come to center, hold, bend into your right knee and drop that leg down. Bringing your right foot to touch your left knee, just let's open up that side. Drop the left hand to the floor as you send your right arm up and overhead. There's a gorgeous stretch. And then come all the way back. Swing those legs around. Let's do it all over again. Okay, so dropping down, lengthen your left arm away, bend into both your knees, that your knees are on top of each other. Drop your head down onto your arm, lengthen your right hand up towards the ceiling. Give those fingertips a little wiggle so you can make sure you can see them in the corners of your eyes, and then lift that right leg up nice and long. Foot is floppy again, and from here we're going to drop that leg down. Lift it up, drop it down, lift it up again, drop. And lift, going for 5, for 4, foot is still floppy, make sure you can still see that hand in the corner of the eye. 2 more, And 1. Lift that leg up, hold. Tiny pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg, kick it forwards, drop it down, lift it up, draw it back. Again, forwards, down, up and back. Again, forwards, down, up and back. 3 more, forwards, down, up and back. Again, 2 more, down, up and back. 1 final time, send it forwards, hold, pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that leg back, hold, lift it up higher, guys, higher. Tiny circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's our other direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, pulses. Final time, I promise. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, drop it down. There you go, smack it out. Really, really good. When you're ready, lengthen that right arm in front of you. Draw the shoulders slightly back. From here, inhale, lift that arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly twist all the way around, following that arm with your eye line as you go back. Gorgeous. Inhale back there, exhale, twisting all the way around, dropping that hand back down onto the floor. Inhale, lift that arm up. Exhale, twisting all the way around, following that arm with your eye line as you go back behind you. Inhale back there. Exhale, twisting all the way back. Using your right arm, then lift yourselves up again and let's go again. So my right foot is going to be in front of my left here. My left palm is facing away from me. Again, I'm not just sinking into it. I'm lifting my rib cage up and away from the floor. Draw the right shoulder slightly back, and you know your options. You can come up and onto the knee, down onto the forearm. See how you're feeling. Take an inhale. Here we go. Exhale, lifting up and into that side plank, pushing the pubic bone slightly forwards. Draw the left shoulder slightly back. From here, send that right arm up and overhead. And then just come back to center. Again, right arm up and overhead. Back to center. Okay, this time, right arm up and overhead. As you come back to center now, slowly drop down to hover. Lifting all the way back up and over. Slowly come all the way back down to hover. 1 more, lifting all the way back up and over. Come back to center, push that pubic bone slightly forwards. Slowly bend into your left knee, drop down. You made it. Amazing. Okay, your left foot now is going to touch your right knee. Allow your right sit bone to drop towards the floor. Create this feeling of space across the chest, collarbones wide. Both your arms out, left and right. Drop the right hand down as you send the left arm up and overhead. And then come all the way back to center. Cross your legs over in front of you. So cross them over. Don't mind what way first. And place your arms out in front. Place them kind of long away. And then when you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, slowly just bend into those elbows as you drop the chest down, and you're going to feel quite an intense stretch now into those hips. Don't worry if your hands or your elbows don't go the whole way down, that's okay. Take an inhale. Exhale, just push into those hands, lift up. Can you broaden your collarbones wide? And then just bend into those elbows again, drop down. Slowly walk back with those hands. Let's swap those legs over when you're ready to get to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring both your arms in front of you again. Inhale. Exhale, bend into those elbows, dropping down. Lifting up nice and tall, create length. Final time, bend into those elbows, dropping down. And then lifting all the way up. Swing around them when you're ready. Then you're going to come into your all fours position. Wrists ever so slightly in front of shoulders, knees stacked directly under hips. Feet as though you're puffing the chest away from the floor. Pull the mat apart again when you're ready with both your hands. Lengthen your left leg back. Push through that heel so the mat doesn't slip on you. And then lengthen the right leg back also. Now drop your bum lower, lift your chest higher. From here, send your bum up towards the ceiling as you drop your heels towards the floor. And then come all the way back forwards into your long plank and hold. Now option here, feeling up to a bend into the elbows, drop down, exhale, lift up. Here we go. Send your bum back up towards the ceiling, drop the heels to the floor. Come all the way back forwards into your long plank. Here we go. Bend into those elbows, drop down, lift up. Final time. Sending your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels to the floor. Coming all the way back forwards, slowly puff that chest away. Bend into the elbows, drop down, lift up. Send your bum up, hold. Holding here. Place a subtle bend into your knees, send your tailbone up towards the ceiling and feel as though you're reaching your heels towards the floor. Now lengthen your legs again and slowly start to walk all the way back with your hands. Relaxing the back of the neck, and just allow the spine to sway from left and right. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to lift all the way up, restacking bone and bone, vertebra by vertebra, lengthen up. Lengthen your arms up towards the ceiling, bring them back behind you, roll the shoulders back. And guys, you are finished. Well done, thank you for coming.